We are live, boys and girls. We are live. Check, check, check. Audio sounds good. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Let's make it a little bit louder. Check, check. There we go. What's going on, guys? Gonna try to be doing these live streams a little bit more regularly. So we are live right now. We're going to be talking about inshore fishing combos, specifically which ones you can get if you're just going to be starting off, especially down here in South Texas, man. Let me share this live stream to a few people here. 4 people. We got 4 people. There's the wife. How does the audio sound? Check. All right, man. Let's get to it. So we got our fishing combos right here. Sounds great. The wife's actually the one that helped me put this backdrop back here. So anyway, so let's get to the topic of today, man. I actually put a poll on my YouTube channel about what topic I should discuss or what I should talk about for this next live stream. Let me move this a little to the left. There we go. What I should talk about on the next live stream. And the one that won was rod and reel combo for inshore fishing. And this video is going to be specifically down here in South Texas because that's where I fish. I fish Port Mansfield, fish South Padre Island, and I fish Arroyo City. So a lot of the fishing that I've been doing lately has been wade fishing, but I did start off doing drift fishing. So it's going to be it's going to tackle all of that stuff. So I actually have a little bit of a slide right here on my phone. I try to get the new setup on the live stream for a StreamYard, but they're asking to pay up front. I was like, God dang. So we're just going to kick it old school with YouTube Live. Okay, so you got to remember, man, if you're going to be inshore fishing, it just really depends on what you're fishing for and what type of bait or what style of fishing that you're going to be doing. I like to throw artificial lures. I like to full fish and not feed them, right? I like to throw plastics. I like to throw the Bay Villain, which is right here. If you guys are interested, head over to Stoic Outdoors. You can purchase the Bay Villain. This one sets itself apart from all the other lures that are down here. And I do throw this color right here for clear water. So if you're going to be throwing artificial lures the way I do, you got to think about it that you're going to be casting and casting and casting and casting the entire day. So you want to be comfortable when you're out there. You don't want to be throwing a 4,000 reel or a 5,000 or a 6,000 reel with artificial lures because you're going to be extremely, extremely tired, man. Trust me. I started off not knowing that, and I bought a 5,000 Fierce, and I was like, yeah, bro, let me go out there and start casting artificial lures all day. By the end of the day, I was extremely, extremely tired. So if you're going to be fishing, man, start off using one of these right here. I like to recommend this because there's a lot of people that ask the question, and there's a lot of people that email me or that they comment on my latest videos. Yo, bro, what's a good fishing reel to buy for a spinning setup? And what's a good brand and what's a good model? So this is the one that I like to use right here if you're going to be starting off. It is a Shimano Sienna. This is actually a 1,000 series that I wanted to try out for inshore fishing and I wanted to try out for bass fishing. But I would recommend going out and getting yourself a 2,500, even a 2,000 if you can get away with it, if you know what you're doing. But the Shimano Sienna is literally like $30 to $32. Yes, with the line, it's going to be an extra $8. But this reel right here is a workhorse and it's super, super affordable and it's super, super cheap. Remember, if you're starting off and you don't know what you're doing, why are you going to go out there and buy yourself an expensive reel, an expensive combo if you don't even know that you like, if you're going to be fishing that much, right? And this is the cheapest one that I found that's a good quality. It's a good brand. Shimano is a good brand that's out there, and it's just extremely, extremely durable, and it hasn't given me any issues. So if you're going to get the Shimano Sienna, get the high gear ratio. Why? Well, if you're fishing with a high gear ratio, you're going to be throwing artificial lures. Every time you pop that lure or every time you pop that reel, you're going to make that lure dance, and you want to be able to reel in that slack a little bit faster with that high gear ratio. If you're going to be throwing something with a little bit with a lower gear ratio, you're not going to have that same pull. You're not going to have that same spin, and that line's not going to be pulling in towards you. If you're drift fishing, that makes a big difference, because remember, when you're drift fishing, you're covering water, so you want to be reeling in fast. You want to be able to get that extra high gear ratio to reel in that lure. So start off using a spinning reel as opposed to a bait caster. If you're just going to be starting off uh, inshore fishing, specifically down here in South Texas, get yourself the Shimano Sienna 2500 or a 2000, and you'll set yourself up for some success. I like using 10-pound Power Pro braid with a 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. If you're going to be throwing 10-pound braid, you're going to get that extra casting distance that you and your homies, if you're fishing with your homies, you're going to be able to cast that lure a little bit further compared to your buddy that's fishing with you. So 10-pound Power Pro, 30-pound fluorocarbon leader to make sure that lure is attached to your line the right way. You're not going to get broken off, and you'll be good to go. So the next tip for the budget or for the inshore fishing, the best inshore fishing setup, you got your 2500 Shimano Sienna. You go out and get yourself a 7-foot medium light rod. I like using any brand is you'll be able to get through with it. I have a Stoic rods, some custom rods. I started off throwing the Falcons HD at Academy. Those things are $79.99, and they have an old school feel to them, and I've never had any issues. Remember, if you're going to be throwing artificial lures, throw that 7-foot medium light, because it's still going to have that backbone to hook up to a big fish, and it's still going to have that durability and still have that flex at the tip. So whenever you pop that lure, it's going to give it a little bit of a give, and that lure is going to dance a lot more freely, as opposed to throwing something like a medium heavy. You don't want to be throwing that for artificial lures. Medium light. I also have a medium rod, and it's literally my all-around rod that I have with a 2500 Penn Fierce. It's an old Daiwa rod, and it's lasted like years for me, man. I've never had any issues. So you can go out and get the Falcon HD. You can get a Daiwa. The Laguna is like $30 as well for a budget-friendly 7-foot rod or 7-foot medium light rod. And if you're going to be throwing top waters, I would recommend using a 7-foot medium rod, because it's going to have a lot more backbone. It's going to have a lot more durability to cast those big top water plugs on top of the water. And if a big redfish or a big trout hammers your lure, you're not going to have any issues throwing either one, man. You can either throw the medium or the medium light rod, and you'll be set up for success. So Shimano Sienna to start off, budget. You can get the Daiwa Laguna, $30. That's literally a $60 combo, man. I've actually been watching a lot of YouTubers, and I don't know what it is. Like, they want you to go out and buy a $300 combo, a $500 combo, but why, man? If you're just going to be starting off, if you want to go out and buy that expensive combo, yes. But what if you don't like to fish, or what if you don't like that combo? What if you don't like that rod? Or what if you don't like that reel? Start off throwing something basic and then work your way up, man. And another tip for you guys, if you can go out to Academy, or you can go out to your local tackle shop, shout out to HLS, Hook, Line, and Sinker, or Mark Belliard over in McAllen. You can get yourself a rod and reel and hold it in your hand, and you can be like, yo, bro, I like this rod. I don't like this reel. Yo, bro, I like this reel. I don't like this rod, as opposed to just buying it online and you're going to hope for the best. So go out to Academy. You can even go out to Walmart, man. I had some people on my last comment, one of my last videos, like, bro, what type of Walmart are you at? I don't understand how there's so many fishing reels or so many fishing rods. But you can go out to San Benito, Harlingen, McAllen, whatever your closest Walmart is. Feel that rod in your hand and see if you like it or not before you go out and buy it, man. I'm just trying to save you guys some money, because when I started off fishing back in college, back in high school, I learned from my mistakes. I bought the wrong reel. I bought the wrong rod, and I was just literally wasting money. So I'm just trying to help you guys out, man. I want to make sure you guys are set up for success, as opposed to going out and spending all your money, and then you're being like, oh, bro, Stoic told me to do this, or bro, Stoic didn't help me out. But I'm just trying to help you guys out, man. So you got your 7-foot medium light, 2500 reel. And oh yeah, the last tip for this, the budget inshore friendly, this I literally titled it budget or ballin', man. Remember, if you're starting off, go out and get yourself a budget combo, as opposed to spending an expensive or a lot of money on an expensive rod and reel combo, man. So if you guys are in the chat, if you have any tips that you want to share with this younger generation that's out there, because that's literally why I've been trying to do these live live streams for people to try to help them out, to try to set them up for success before they even go out there, man. Because I've been fishing my entire life, and a lot of the tips and a lot of the tricks that I've been doing, I literally started learning from other people. And I'm not afraid to show you guys the secrets, man. I'm not afraid to show you what's been working for me, what hasn't been working for me, and why not just show this and make this a learning community for those that are just starting off, or for those that are really just trying to get into the sport, man. I really enjoy fishing, and I would hope those that have been fishing for years, they want to get other people or other anglers that are out there. So let me see if I can get another combo for you guys that you guys can start off. I like using the Shimano Sienna. Also, there's a Daiwa Fuego. That's what it was called. Daiwa Fuego LT. I believe it's only like 60. Yeah, there's one right now at $93. It's a Daiwa Fuego LT spinning reel for $93. And if you want to go out there and spend a lot of money and you're like, hey, bro, what does Stoic use? What is he using? I like the Shimano Vanford 2500. I've literally dumped that thing in the water when I've been wade fishing, and I've had zero issues. The Shimano Vanford 2500 is $249. Believe it or not, I actually won it in a raffle, and I was like, bro, for $20, that is insane. That's an insane deal. And I have the Stoic Salt Reaper 7-foot medium light is what I like to use with a 7-foot with a 10-pound Power Pro braid. Paulo rods, they are also in McAllen, Texas, and they are located at 3017 South Sugar Road in Edinburgh. That is 7-Day Addiction Shop, man. If you guys want to go out and splurge, or if you guys want to go out there and talk to the guys there at 7-Day Addiction, you can go out there and ask them, hey, bro, what's a good rod and reel combo? What can I use to start off? What type of lure do I start off with? What type of jig head do I use? What type of line do I use? Those guys over there will literally help you guys out, man. That's what I enjoy. That's why I'm trying to give you guys a bunch of tips, and I'm trying to put you guys in touch with the right people that are going to be that are going to take the time to actually help you guys out if you guys have any questions, man. So yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's only going to be about for 15 minutes long. There's 8 people watching, got 4 thumbs up, no thumbs down. So that's what I'm talking about. And I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I know it's a Sunday afternoon, so I'm going to get back to hanging out with the family. And thank you guys for stopping by. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Stick around for the next episode of Stoic Outdoors. Peace.